I started riding when I was 3, when my mum's friend took myself and her daughter to a riding school in Lasswade, and her daughter cried the minute she went on the pony, but I cried when they took me off. I certainly remember the first time I jumped a fence. I remember thinking this fence was about 4 foot tall, but in fact it was probably only about 6 inches off the ground. But I was so proud of myself for jumping this 6-inch fence, and then I sort of realised that jumping was what I really wanted to do with horses, and it was such an enjoyable thing to do. This is Onyx, or Fat Boy as we all like to call him, because he's quite fat. His proper registered name is Ferryman D. He comes from the Westphalian area of Germany, and that's his breed. He's called Topaz, or his posh name is Quadro. He was also bred in Germany, but he's a Holstein. I have to get up a lot of times at 4:30 or 5 in the morning to get my horses mucked out. In that time I get them mucked out, I fill up their hay nets for them to eat at night, I make sure they've got nice clean stables, they get fresh water, and I turn them out into their own field. In the evenings when I come back, I bring them in from the field, and that's the time I have to ride them and lunge them and spend a bit of time with them. What do you think of your new haircut, Fat Boy? Not impressed. I compete both my horses in show jumping, which is jumping over coloured poles for fun. They're both registered with the professional body, which is called British Show Jumping, which you have to pay to be a member of. When we go to the competitions, it's a real family effort. My stepdad drives me, and my mum comes along for support, and sometimes a friend comes to help, and my trainer, who's 83, comes to help me. And when we get to a competition, we do the entries and we walk the course, and then we'll get the horse and you'll warm up. So you'll do a couple of practice fences to make sure the horse is jumping properly. And then when it's your turn, you go into the ring and you jump the fences in the correct order, and hopefully you leave them all up. If you leave all the fences up, you then go on to the next round, which is called a jump off. They make the course shorter. There's maybe 6 fences, but they raise them a little bit so they're a bit higher, and you have to do that course as fast as you can. So it's the fastest clear person in the jump off wins the class. Sometimes we come across like a jump at competitions that the horses will stop at because they're frightened of it or scared, or sometimes they're just being plain naughty, and a lot of times they will go over the jump after they've stopped, or sometimes they are being naughty and they need a little reminder that they have to go over the jump. Although financially and socially it is a sacrifice, I couldn't manage without it. I think I'd be really bored, and I don't know what I'd do with all this extra money I'd have.